It's Mimi here today, and today's hair tutorial is going to be on how to create these beautiful heat-free waves by using actually just paper towels. So I call them the paper towel waves. They look beautiful, effortless, sort of like beachy waves, and it's really easy to recreate them. All you're going to need is paper towels and some hair elastics. So let's begin. Alright, so now let's quickly go through all the tools you're going to need to create these paper towel curls, and that's going to be obviously paper towel roll, and you want to use something that's stronger. Some of them are quite weak and will completely dissolve if you put water on them, so you just want to make sure to get something that's a bit more durable. That's number one. You're gonna need a hairbrush, you're gonna need some hairspray, and also you're gonna need a bottle that you're gonna fill with H2O water. And also one more thing, we're gonna need some hair elastics, so you just need a few of those as well. And let's begin. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is grab my paper towel roll, and I'm just gonna tell you a funny story about this. A few days ago, I was talking to a friend, and she asked me what hair tutorials I'll be doing this week. So I told her I'm gonna be doing a bun hair tutorial and also paper towel curls, and she's like, oh, that's cool. So we're saying goodbye to each other that day, and she's like, good luck on the toilet paper curls, and I'm like, what? It's not toilet paper curls, it's paper towel. Anyways, I thought that was really funny. So yeah, we're gonna grab the paper towel, and what we're gonna do is take 3 sections. And I know it sounds a bit wasteful, but I promise you I'm gonna use these later in anything that would need paper towel. Now, once I have the paper towel, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually start folding it horizontally, so this way. Now, once you folded it, you should have something like this. So once you folded the whole thing, what you're gonna do is again fold it in half. And then the next step is we're gonna section the hair. So let's move on to the hair. And I'm only gonna be doing 4 sections, and that's why these waves are actually super easy. So I'll be working with my left first, and I'm not gonna curl my bangs, so I'm just gonna let them be. I'm gonna separate this section into 2 sections, and I'll start with the back probably. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray it with some water. Just gonna spray it all over, or sometimes what I do, I spray it in my hand, and then I just run my hand over that section. And you want the hair to feel damp, not too wet. You just want to make sure it's not dry either, because if it's dry, it's not gonna, you know, the wave won't really hold. What should I do with this section? We'll make a scarf. Doesn't really work. Okay, well, push it back in the meantime. I'm just gonna apply and reapply water until I feel like it's enough. So you just want the feeling of dampness, but you don't want it to be completely soaked either. Okay, so at this point, I think I'm just gonna go in and add some hairspray, and I'm adding hairspray so that it actually holds the wave. You can skip this part if you want to, but if you add the hairspray, it's definitely gonna hold the waves for longer. Alright, so I think it's perfectly damp. Now the next step I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab my paper towel, and I'm gonna go over this section. So I'm gonna have kind of like 3 sections. So let's go like that. So I'm just gonna put the paper towel over the hair, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this section of hair, and I'm gonna create a figure 8 braid. So pretty much what I'll be doing, I'm gonna wrap this section around the one side of the paper towel, bring it in the middle, and then wrap it around the other side of the paper towel, and then just bringing the section over. So we're just going over the paper towel, bringing the section back, over the other side, and do that all the way down until you run out of hair. Now when you get to the bottom, what you're gonna do is grab a hair elastic and just secure the paper towel and the hair in place. Now I'm gonna grab the second section and do the exact same thing here. Just gonna wet it first. Just put more on my hand. And then put some hairspray. And then when it's damp, I'm gonna grab my paper towel, put it over the section, and start doing the figure 8 braid as well. So again, I'll be taking my section, bringing it over the paper towel in the middle, and then wrap it around the other section, and continue this all the way down. And one thing you want to make sure, that's why I lifted myself to look now, is that the paper towels have to be ending kind of where the hair ends. It's basically like doing a braid with paper towels. And when I reach the bottom, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna grab a hair elastic and just secure everything in place. Voila! And now I'll be going to my right section and doing the exact same thing. So I'll be working with 2 sections and I'm just gonna speed it all up. Now that I have all the sections braided, there's a few options. Option number 1 is to go to sleep and wake up with waves. That's an easy option if you don't want to hassle or if you don't want to wait for it to dry. Option number 2, you just get ready or you cook or clean the house, do whatever you need to do. If you have a couple of hours to wait, then you can wait for your hair to dry, because I think it's gonna take at least an hour to 2 for it to completely dry, especially if you have thicker hair. And option number 3 is the easiest option, is the one I'm gonna be using today because I have to go somewhere. I'm just gonna be using a blow dryer on warm setting and I'm gonna quickly dry this. Make sure not to use hot setting because you don't want to set yourself on fire. Now I'm gonna quickly dry my hair and then show you the waves. I've dried my hair for about 10 minutes with the blow dryer and now I can feel that it's dry. So it's time to take the paper towels out. I'm so excited to show you guys. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention is like, it's really cool actually because the paper towels take the moisture in. It actually helps with the process of drying. So it will take you less than, let's say, if you use a piece of fabric to do this. So I would definitely recommend to use paper towels as opposed to some old fabric or a rag. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is go into this elastic, pull it out, and then just unravel my hair. And you will see it's a nice wave that is created by this method. Super cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the next section and do the same thing. Now I'm just gonna take all of them out and show you what I have. So it's a really nice wave. And the same thing on the right side. Now that I'm done taking out all the paper towels, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with my hair wax and I'm just gonna add a little more texture to my hair and the extensions. So I'm just gonna put it into my palms, rub them, and then just go into the hair and scrunch it. This just adds more definition to the waves. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So it's really nice beachy waves. Alright, so once you've scrunched the hair, you're pretty much done. You can go ahead and add hairspray. I personally been trying to use less hairspray and less product in my hair, and I know I'm saying this now after I put like a whole bunch of wax in my hair, but I think this hairstyle can definitely hold with just a bit of hair wax or hair pomade. There's no really reason to put hairspray unless you're gonna go dancing or doing something fun where you're gonna be shaking your hair a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much done. I really love this hairstyle. It just takes 10 minutes if you're gonna use blow dryer, or you can do this overnight. In any case, it's beautiful, it's heat free, and it looks really, really nice and effortless. Now, when you recreate these paper towel waves, make sure to post your picture on Instagram with Luxy Hair hashtag. I'd love to see how your hair turns out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Lots of kisses. Bye.